I'm hearing my computer's fans start to spin. Oh gosh. Oh good gosh and golly. I'm concerned that the graphic settings are low, medium, height. Not high. Height. Spelled wrong. Or epic. I'm gonna keep those there. Do I even begin to try to suggest that there is, in fact, controller support? That's bizarre. So this is Mecha Legends. There is no sound as of... Okay. A little much. So this is a tutorial. This is a very tech demo-y game, but I saw it looked cool. We are going to lower that volume a little bit. Dear God. So... very tech demo. But look at how cool this looks. Mostly just like the art style on the thing. Obviously, it's a little two-dimensional, isn't it? Lower temperature, left corner meter, press Y to lower temperature. Dodge, and then dodge again, and then dodge again. Okay, perform 3 attacks from dodge to scarecrow. While dodge, press RT. I don't know why the scarecrow is bleeding, but it's a tutorial. But the idea of a mecha fucking knight that just looks like a fucking helmet with like blade arms. This is like... what if your Gurren Lagann fanfiction was D&D inspired? That does not control particularly well. Okay. I don't know if that actually makes us move any faster. Or if the camera is just more flighty. Perform 3 attacks from sprint. I don't know, I feel like this vaguely elicits the emotions that some people thought Attack on Titan was about. Perform 3 attacks from jump. I mean, I know this is the tutorial, but... Tutorial! Kill dragon. How do you lock on again? You don't? Alright, cool. Also, mostly because this dragon looks like Thumberchowd. And if you're like, Connor, was that a word? I have to tell you, yes, in fact it was. Thumberchad is a dragon in the Forgotten Realms Dungeons & Dragons setting. He lives in the Underdark, and basically he became like this deity of no small power to a group of, I think it was like Menzoberranzan fucking offshoot drow. Anyway, he was a red dragon that they trapped in this fucking space. And they started like sacrificing people and things to him so that he wouldn't kill them. I'm getting my ass kicked. Holy shit. Anyway, he ate so many fucking sacrifices, or snackifices if you want to get Victoria the Sun Eater about this. That the motherfucker got so fat he couldn't leave the cavern that he was in. If you went and saw fucking the more recent D&D movie, Thumberchad is in fact in that movie. But you see what I mean when I said that this game is like kind of fucking bare bones? And it's just more of a tech demo than anything? Oh boy, some UI would be great. Like, hey, what if the dragon had some kind of visual indicator of what his health was? I don't know if that should have counted, but okay. Alright, we're gonna fucking fail this demo tutorial. Alright, never mind. Knocked him over. Gotta go to town. The problem is because we were attacking the Scarecrow in the tutorial, we know for a fact that the blood effect is actually tied to the attack and not to the entity you hit. Also, this thing has the Dark Souls problem of, like, circle strafing literally just is... Like, the boss won't beat it as long as you have a quick enough reaction time. But it looks like the game doesn't give a shit about whether or not your shit is active. Oh, did we fail to hit button prompt? Are we just dead? Village lost. House is standing. Negative 14 of 33. Or 14 of 33. Sir Crispy. Alright, well that was the tutorial. I'll take an oath to kill the dragon. Now that we know the proper attack methodology. Like, I saw this and I saw how kind of awful it is. How, like, minimal and nothing it is. Like, this is like a game jam. Like, I want my basic knight kills dragon thing, except the dragon is a big chonky guy and you're just this mecha knight and you're fucking up the village like it's early Attack on Titan. I mean, there's a strong foundation here, in that, like, the art style of the things that are, like, a little more finalized, i.e. the dragon, and the knight is a little more on point. Again, if only there were some kind of visual indicator of any of the amount of damage we've done, that would be fucking sick, wouldn't it? Or like a dodge or parry mechanic. These are all things that can be implemented later on. This is like the most tech demo-y of tech demo. This is pre-alpha. Like Beyond was mentioning earlier that the first game we started off with was like pre-alpha as fuck. This is pre-alpha as fuck. Although, like, let's be real. When we say, you know, this is pre-beta or pre-alpha, that doesn't really fucking mean anything because, like, on a technical scale, when you say something is pre-alpha, that's fucking lines of code and wireframing. This is obviously very early tech demo. This is not, like, remotely close to what you would expect a finished product to be. This is, if anything, a proof of concept. And, like, two relatively decent, albeit not particularly unique, art assets. Because, like, hey man, fat red dragon, you're gonna think Thumberchad of D&D. Because that's just... he has existed long enough that he is known. the concept's alright. Any kind of visual indicator on, like, what an active hitbox is, or, like, damage indication. Like, I'm not completely beyond the idea of, like, oh, you don't need a heads-up display to tell you whether or not you've done damage to a boss. But if you're not going to give me a health bar, give me a visual indicator, you know? Also, the amount of movement range that our chonky boy here has versus that chonky boy is not exactly a fair matchup, but, you know, that's the Gurren Lagann special. See, that's the end point of your proof of concept. You need to have, like, a full suit of armor that this thing can launch itself into. You know, like right here. Like this exact thing that I called immediately. Or no, that's just a bigger logon. But I'll take the big fuck-off Guts Dragon Slayer sword. Village saved! Only 14 of 33 houses were left standing. Sir Rex-a-lot. So that was Mecha Legends. Was that even 10 minutes? I guess we can try... No, we don't need to go back into the tutorial. Okay, main menu, please, thank you. So this is like the beginnings of a proof of concept. Like, the art style is interesting enough, like what we have displayed on screen right now. I don't know how you make a larger game out of this. You could go like indie fighting game. Maybe. But, like, what else would you fight? Like, just generic-ass fantasy creatures? Or are you gonna fight, like, a bunch of dragons? Are you specifically fighting dragons? Are you gonna fight, like, Gorgons and Hydra and, you know, any number of fucking things leading up to this? I don't know. I don't think there's been an update since Next Fest, which is when I downloaded this. There's been physical, like, patches and updates, but I haven't seen any, like, community updates on, like, what the fucking log line of development is going to look like for this. But it's interesting enough. It's cool. It's fun. I'm not going to tell you that it plays or feels particularly good because it's a proof of concept, but I'll tell you this much, there's dumber shit on Steam. So, like, I applaud any and all creative endeavors, and you know what? As minimal as this was, it actually fucking ran. So, it has won this over Shuffle Tactics. But I think that's all we need of Mecha Knight Legends. I wasn't really expecting much of it, but it still feels really jank. I'm sure, like, if you increase the... If you fine-tune the absolute fuck out of that, that could be really cool. It could be really cool. Let's actually look at the store page. I'm not going to bring the store page up, but... Planned release date to be announced. No shit. Is there a community? No. Okay. Alright, well, that was Mecha Legends. You gotta fine-tune the absolute fuck out of this. On the off chance that the dev sees this. This is really, like, it's a strong start. This is a really strong starting point. Build into it. It's, like, all I can possibly say.